But there wasn't any like visible swords or anything in it.
Is there even anybody left that we consider S-class?
Aoi.
That's right. Yeah.
And Kyoko.
And Kyoko. Yes. I would. Maybe after the last session, I haven't been doing the tier list.
And I guess you've been putting Genocide Jack. Kind of.
I put Genocide Jack up at S rank. You're right. Okay, so thankfully, like the last couple trials have not diminished our supply of S tier. They've just gotten things a lot more like the numbers have dwindled a bit, which have actually made the tier list kind of hard because like there's not enough people left to require a tier list. Like I think I've kind of. I kind of enjoy to like every character here. The only real exception is Byakuya, but I think that's the point. He's an asshole on purpose. He's the Draco Malfoy of this game. You hate having him around, but there's no. But unfortunately, you're just kind of stuck with him. Sorry, I was interrupted you. Were you gonna say anything?
I was gonna say that. You're forced to stuck with him.
Yeah.
And he can be helpful at times in very small doses.
The only person I would really think, like Hero even, has gotten a lot of highlights through the end of last case and the start of this one. The only person I really think is out of place is Toko right now, but that's only because she's kind of playing second fiddle to her other personality. She hasn't really gotten a whole lot of spotlight recently. But we'll see what today brings. Oh boy. Now, Scott's not here, so I'm gonna have to do a lot more voices today. It's a good thing I got my drink.
Swank. Yeah, and I'm stuffing my face with spicy ravioli.
Ooh, yum. I should probably double check and make sure the stream's going, because I can't really check because I'm logged into side by side on Twitch. It says it's going. Spicy ravioli. Okay. Oh, interesting. So Hiro always referred to Sakura as Ogre. I wonder if that's like a joke that's better in Japanese, because her last name's Ogami, which is kind of similar, so maybe...
I think it is.
I'm wearing contacts, and I think these are about to go bad, because like, I'm struggling to fucking focus on the text. I might take them out.
That'd probably be best. We don't want to strain your eyes.
Yeah, I don't know. I put them in around like 1 o'clock, and it's only 6 now, so I'll see.
I mean, they might be the reason why you were bloodshot. Your eyes were bloodshot the other day.
I've been wearing glasses since quarantine started. I've had no reason to put contacts in. Maybe that's why I'm having such trouble, is because my eyes are still blinking up from the other day. Anyway, keep going. I'm just gonna try and blink as much as possible. Time of death was estimated to be around 12 noon. Today? Interesting. Body was discovered on the rec room on the 3rd floor of school. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head.
No other injuries were noted.
Huh, so not poisoned. It seems at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
That indicates poison.
Yeah.
So I think the blow to the head's supposed to throw us off.
Yeah. Well, that was the killing blow.
But what if it wasn't?
It says it is. Oh, there is evidence of a strong. Okay, yeah. So it's both are possible then. I think the case this time might be a challenge. Good, because I've been wanting a challenge. I have absolutely no idea who did it. I'm guessing Byakuya. I'm standing by that, but I'm not sure.
So...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room, which means the killer would have had to escape somehow.
Coco.
Huh?
I think Coco. No, because there wasn't any scissors.
No, also remember that Toko, if she sees blood or she sneezes, she changes into Jack, who just...
But there's no blood.
Yeah, that's the... Ooh. Well, no, there's some in the corner there.
Oh, now I see it.
Yeah. I mean, Toko would probably be my second choice. I don't think any of the other characters are capable of killing, so we'll just have to keep going and see what clues get revealed.
It's also possible that Sakura was very kind of upset the fact that everyone knows. Is it possible she let someone kill her?
It's possible, but we'll see.
Because, I mean, Monokuma did say he wants people to be killed.
Suicide is an interesting idea. I don't think that's the case for here, but we haven't really had any ideas as to disparage that. Killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door is blocked from the inside, there was no way in or out till we broke the window. There's like zero escape, right?
In other words,
this is a classic locked room murder. Ah, I've heard of those in my school books. Guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. Could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this?
Hey.
Okay, I'm confused. What did they just say?
They're just saying it's a locked room murder. The door was barred from the inside.
A locked room murder.
Yeah, and Sakura's the only person that's in here. So we have to figure out how the killer escaped. Are you curious to hear more about what
I think I'm leaning more towards the suicide. Then.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case, though, because we're still going to need to figure this out. And I don't honestly think that Sakura would commit suicide.
Suicide is a very classic trend in Japan literature.
I think that the game, like, the killer wants us to think it's a suicide, if anything, but...
Maybe.
You're going to have to finish your food if you want to talk, okay? Don't talk with your mouth.
That's fine.
But you love your enemy choke.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method, seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed.
In other words...
That seems wrong. I'm checking the sound levels. Okay, yeah, it is just that loud. Okay. Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
However...
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it.
And there's nothing on the body.
Yeah, I think we can possibly cross that one off.
It's true.
Unless, if it was a blow dart with some of that poison that we found in the medicine cabinet.
I don't think so. The killer would have had to remove it. We would have found evidence of its existence. Just let him finish. The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's open. What do you mean by that?
In other words...
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use the confusion to blend into the group. They pretended to show up along with everyone else, and that's it. It sounds like it could have been possible,
It's
maybe.
true.
The fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. I don't think it's any of those, honestly. I think that maybe Sakura went into this room having already been poisoned, or bonked on the head, and then died in here after locking the door behind her.
To protect herself?
Yeah. Just went down for a nap or something and then just never woke up.
In other words...
By that I mean, there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
Indeed.
I believe so, yes.
I mean, didn't you guys find the...
I mean, Monokuma fucking pops out of anywhere he pleases, so we could just call him and watch the room to see where he comes from.
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna say?
Well, I mean, we already found one hidden room in the wall.
Yeah.
So there could be more. Could be a whole network system.
Mm-hmm. Which of these 4 choices seems the most likely in this case?
It's true.
It's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I really can't say. Let's see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. Definitely a tough mystery. I need to fucking get this stupid eye flash that's in my face.
Investigate as much as we can. For Sakura, if nothing else. I'm picking up a note by our feet.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, it's a wrapper. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
I always says, that's... Do you recognize that, Hina?
Well...
Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So, after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took an entire box back to my room and made sure no one else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much?
'Cause, I mean...
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. I got this.
Maybe she poisoned her.
I think that might get brought up at the trial and be like,
No, but she didn't give any. It was in a room the whole time. Something like that. I don't know. But now they've lost all their flavor. Okay, so Hina gave candy.
Glass.
There are shards of glass shattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and there are top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Oh my god.
No.
One game that I think is really hilarious is the first Ace Attorney Investigations game, because in that one they really like the puzzles range from stupid easy to stupid hard, and one of them is like you have to figure out that a candy wrapper came from a vending machine that specifically has the picture of it on the front, and I'm just like, okay.
So you had to match the wrapper to a picture?
The wrapper... Oh my god. The puzzle is so stupid because you have to, in the game, use the logic feature to connect 2 or more thoughts. So you have to connect vending machine to candy. Like, it just fucking connect them. Like, the game can just fucking do that for me. I don't want to figure that out.
Like, candies come from vending machines.
Yeah, it's stupid. You don't have to... And honestly, that's how I feel like some of the problems in the earlier trials of this game felt. It's like, oh, you mean to tell me that fucking someone threw the glass ball at the trash compactor like a baseball? I wonder who could have killed Sayaka.
There was a nice twist where Sayaka was trying to frame you.
Yeah, and I appreciate this game because this game's actually competently written. I can't say that about the first Ace Attorney Investigations game. It's just kind of dumb sometimes. Wait, what? What'd I miss?
There was something in the bottle.
It's figure. If it's
Oh, it's the horse. It's a Monokuma figure with a knife.
Ah. So it's that's on the chessboard.
Mm-hmm.
Where was the chessboard?
Right over there. So it's one of the bottles from the chessboard.
Wait, where?
No, keep going right. Right. On that cap.
Oh, that's not the chessboard then. That's the bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
we're
the
missing
the
knight
queen.
and the queen.
So there's another bottle.
So,
It's no different than your standard ship in a bottle. You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the bow that's placed inside? You've never seen that? You want to do Makoto
Oh
today?
yeah, maybe I have.
in other words,
So this is the...
So you want to do the girls, I do the guys?
Maybe. I have established voices for them already. Makoto is brand new to me, and I can't do anything but Kyoko's voice for him. So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Alright.
Monokuma bottle has been added. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things. Little by little.
I mean, I guess. You hit on the head with the bottle, maybe? So, the killer had to have been in the room at least, maybe.
Or maybe it's a ruse, she got into a fight with someone and they left and then someone else came and finished her off.
I don't know. Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The glasses are also red. I wonder what could have fucking happened.
The red striped glass, which probably started out as a bottle.
Which would mean...
Which was hit in the head with the Monokuma bottle, right? No, she fucked herself with it.
Jesus.
The
Gross.
shards of glass in the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. We don't know what she was into.
We never fucking talked to her, so I guess you're right.
I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon.
At least for... Whoa, Soccer, what happened to your fucking body? Ah.
You want to investigate the blood?
I'll save that for last, actually. I'm curious about...
Oh, is that glass on the door? Oh wait, we already saw
I
that.
don't think we did.
Didn't we have to break it ourselves?
Oh, yeah.
You know, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside.
Strength mechanism is used for...
In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself.
That's not what I wanted to touch.
I think that's the only thing you can. I don't think you can touch the glass.
I thought I saw... I don't know. Maybe it is. Oh, yeah. Wait, what?
There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room.
It's still rolling? It
so,
looks like a protein drink, and it's empty.
Soccer must have drank it. Everyone knows how much of the protein.
Protein!
Should more than one type of protein was good for a source of lining. Someone poisoned her protein
Wrong.
shake.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you.
I know. But still, this protein can. And label that says, reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have got this from a chem lab.
just a second.
That's strange.
I don't know, what is it?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it.
What does that matter?
So,
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of that. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. I'm like... Ow!
Maybe we were right. The killer did stay in the room, and then once they used the confusion.
I wish we had done I wish we'd done this sooner, because I can't remember who was here with us. I think for sure it was us and Kyoko, but I don't know who came next. Anyway. Or no, wasn't it Aoi?
That
Oh, it was
came next?
fucking Hina. Yeah, Hina was the next one to arrive after us.
I don't know. I wasn't here, baby. I'm sorry. We can always look back.
I think it was Hina. We'll probably get that revealed to us in the trial. Alright, and then touch the thing. It's a chair!
Door shoved against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used to pull the chair. other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything suspicious done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. There's no evidence that the door or chair had been tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created a locked door from the inside, not the outside.
Very curious. Okay.
My question is, what if Monokuma...
Monokuma specifically says that he cannot interfere with the murder scene.
What he lies?
He hasn't yet to lie to us. I have no reason to believe that.
Was that when Kyoto and I were moving off?
Possibly.
Alright. I think the only thing that's left.
It's talking to the people and
And the blood. And this.
same shuffle magazine type magazines here.
They cycled out. And wait.
Oh, the locker's open. And there's on the inside, there's handprints.
Interesting.
Why?
What's a handprint doing here?
Looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in the back.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here in a locker, and they left behind a little extra something.
So then, maybe the killer hid it here until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of us in the group.
Wrong.
It's not a possibility.
Huh? Why not?
Hey,
Think back, before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right?
Oh yeah, and the door was already open. It's a secret entrance!
indeed.
Push on it!
Maybe. There's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, I don't fucking remember that. Anyway.
Does this door have a handprint on it? Push on it!
Lock the handprint.
You don't even have to push on it with your hand. Get one of the cue sticks.
Get a stick. There's bloodstain.
In front of the magazines. Must have come from Sakura, right? That doesn't make any sense. Why is it so far away from her side?
Magazine shelf bloodstain. Alright. So I guess
So
we didn't
check
get...
people with if they have bloodstains, if they have wounds.
Yeah, I don't know.
We already know who
Everybody,
did it.
everybody fucking strip. Anyway.
Using them very slowly.
Yeah. Miyake Yatoko or Hiro, it had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto?
I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more.
Ma'am, go back to your homes. We're investigating as quickly as we can. Let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room.
What?
Me? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon.
Oh, I did. Monica said she died right around then.
Okay. Telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened.
Hina, baby girl.
Oh.
You're not making a very good case for yourself by already pointing fingers at other people.
Well, she is upset. I understand.
No, I think,
The fact that she asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, same time and place she ended up dying. I got something stuck in my throat. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. I'll talk with Toko first because she's the most reliable. Oh, okay.
yeah, Toko's not here.
They're not here. That's right.
What?
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me.
There's something I want to talk to you about.
Make it quick.
Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room?
So you found out. Interesting.
So is that a yes?
I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster?
Oh yeah.
You want to repeat that?
Sorry, it's just really, I'm really tired, you know, at 6 in the afternoon.
Sorry, I have an allergic reaction to bullshit. I haven't seen Sakura today at all.
Oof. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no truth to accept.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight.
Ooh woo. Oh.
Ugh, I wish I can remember how I did my light I can't say his last name.
Yagami?
Yagami. Voice.
Did we ever do? What was
No,
that?
I used to make this as a joke with my friend Meg.
However,
But for Sakura to have been killed. Yeah, she's not the type who would go down on a fight.
it's true.
She certainly didn't, I wouldn't say. I would say she was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder. Did someone get the upper hand?
They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly, they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. Oh yeah, I guess you should probably check her body. There's obvious evidence of a blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. That's a weird way to phrase that.
According to my college, she also had mom and blood.
I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure.
What would cause her to vomit blood? It specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. It's poison.
Yeah, poisoned. Poison?
Added to the truth bullets. Maybe get her getting hit in the head somehow cause her to start vomiting blood?
Uh-huh.
Not a chance.
Okay.
Yakuza.
That's fine.
However, your eyes give me the most interesting location.
Ooh, ooh. Interesting?
Naturally.
Don't you agree?
No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura and Mom don't actually have to be connected to why she died.
Listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation?
Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard's duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place.
She decided?
Oh,
She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue.
pissed.
So she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with two other people. I need to hear what they say.
Ooh. Get me the fuck out. Are you fucking kidding me? Teleportation! Get me out of this room. Who do I still need to talk to?
You look at the clock.
I think I've done everything in here.
Talk to the people again. Talk to Byakuya again. Talk to Hina again.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Yeah. Talk to you again, I guess. What the heck? You already know. Yeah, no, wait. Same fucking thing. Alright. I'll be sure to look for Toko and Hiro. Oh, they're not in the room. Guess I better leave, right, game? There we go. Those two probably went back in their rooms. Oh, hold on. It's still fucking doing it. Maybe R1 is just... Hold on. Is there a way to check controls in this game?
Got options.
No.
No.
Maybe I've just been pressing circle the whole time without realizing it. Because, like, circle still does this, normally. I guess R1... Oh! They are just strafes. well, don't I feel a fool? Okay, everybody here is fucking dead. You're dead. You're alive, but
Wait,
I wish
can
you
you
were
go to
dead.
the...
You're dead. Wait.
Press on ding dong!
Ding dong!
And after a few seconds...
What's up? You want fuck?
Who's there?
Ah, the most negative aura I've ever felt.
An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Good.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
I can make you feel I'm sorry, much better mood. Wow.
Didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Wow.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something?
Someone talked about that Sakura had asked to meet with you.
Eh?
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bianca already told me she'd asked to meet with him.
She wanted to meet with Master 2? And I just said 2, didn't I? I guess it's totally obvious, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it?
Talk to me about that? I admit I did get the note, but I didn't go to see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go.
Coco claimed she didn't go see her, but...
Now can I ask Genocide Jack about that? Can I really leave her?
For a brother, I had no choice but to accept her as that.
Is that good enough that I'm going back to my room? Ah!
Coco quickly retrieved into her room. Toko's kind of added to the truth bullet. So, it was Bianca, Toko, and Hiro.
And Hero, yeah. That's why Hina is convinced that it's one of them.
My question is, I would think Hina would still go with. So why is she excluding herself?
Well, that's a matter of why Sakura did it.
But she told
You know?
me. I think Hina would have gone with her. No matter what.
No, I think Sakura was trying to, like, confront the other three. Like, we either need to... There's two possibilities here. Either Sakura was trying to do something nefarious to those three, and ended up going poorly, because obviously Byakuya and Toko didn't arrive. Or Hina is making the entire thing up and trying to make it look like somebody else killed Sakura. Which, not a possibility I'm strongly rooting for, but...
I mean, it's most likely she's killed with poison, and that would be...
The key detail here is why was Sakura calling these three to meet with her, and not including, you know, us, Kyoko, and Hina. I'm gonna check something. It's how Sakura wanted to meet with you.
What?
How did you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze in my soul? Have your special abilities wakened you? Not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked, Byakuya and Toko to come too. Okay, so Hina wasn't lying.
What? When did Sakura tell you that?
What?
Wait, did he say... Byakuya? Okay, I thought he said Hina for a second. When she asked me to meet with her, of course.
But didn't she write you a note?
No, she...
How about that?
She gave it to me in person, and she happening to mention the others in, like, passing.
I gotta be honest, it's super suspicious.
So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No.
Why? I didn't... Oh,
What?
sorry, that's you.
Yeah, that's fine. Why would I ever do that?
Yep, definitely suspicious.
Hero, dude.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt, and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then.
Oh, you're here. Could you show me the note she gave you?
I tore it up.
Hey, come on.
Looks like I don't have it anymore.
With a big goofy smile, you just pull his hand back. And hand back out.
Hands back out of his pants.
Some flutter to the ground.
Okay, you better get back in your room and don't notice the fucking floor. Oh.
Huh?
Ah! Snatched it back up again.
Shoved it back in his pants.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out.
Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny what that ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me.
Before waiting for a reply, you know, quickly slip into his room.
Okay. That was just trash. Ow.
Why'd you hurt yourself?
Why'd you slap me? There's no way that was all there was to it. Pocket trash. I'm the trash man. I sneak into people's houses and eat their trash. What next? I was just fucking there. I examined the room top to bottom. Maybe I should try and find more about that protein shake we found on the floor of the rec room. Must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? Obviously the fucking chem lab.
No, I think we should start in Hina's bedroom.
Ooh woo.
She's gonna make some company.
Oh, Byakuya, when did you sneak out? Where the fuck is the chem lab? There it is. Why, hello. You and I are here in this room alone together.
Do you have a chem lab too?
No. Just make sure you don't get in my way.
Yeah, I got it.
What I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand. Don't you
Yes,
fucking
Byakuya, you can suck my dick.
don't you fucking try and turn me into one of your subs, Mr. Dommy.
It's not even a good film.
No, it's not.
It's my first time seeing stuff, but I'm just gonna get over how big it is.
Speaking of big, hi Byakuya. Anyway. Something looks different. What's that protein shake doing there?
Broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is that where the powder came from?
Oh.
Yeah, it's like bottle label on it.
Oh.
And
Fuck.
look, it has skull and crossbones.
Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this.
Then this powder must have been spilled.
So, in other words,
It could only have been around the time of the incident.
That's really what happened. It must be related to the case somehow.
Surely. Okay. So someone probably...
Footprints.
Yeah. These are footprints. They're only in front of one shelf.
But then I'm seeing her call and maybe sketch out floor plan.
And by we, do you mean me?
How kind of you to offer.
Ooh. Thanks.
what?
Well, let's go. Chop, chop.
Alright.
You know, you could, Lakota, you could gain a backbone and tell him to go fuck himself. You being weak probably just turns him on even more.
Probably. Alright, so sketch of the room. Wow, so good. You are an expert. They should have called you the ultimate artiste. Not bad. For you, I mean.
It's not that bad, actually.
I see.
When you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be.
It's certainly possible.
Are they yours?
No?
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm the size for myself.
Couldn't think of a reason not to, so I could really know about. Yeah.
Your feet do appear to be too big. Ooh.
It's female.
What does that tell us?
I don't think it showed anyone's foot size.
It does not, but we can compare that with their height. Byakuya is fucking tall. I'll just do it this way. Wait, how tall are we?
Like 5 something.
We're 5'3".
My height.
Yeah,
Although-
he's tiny. Aoi would probably, yeah. Fucking Toko is taller than us. No wonder everybody looks fucking huge in the corridors, you know. Sakura's over a foot taller than us. And fucking Chihiro is not even 5 feet tall. Oh my god. Yeah, the only person that I could reasonably believe has smaller feet than us would probably be Aoi of Who's Left. Yeah, that fucking sucks.
Fortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints.
Unfortunately. But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these prints are really a valuable clue. Alright, can I look at the powder now? Yes.
My question is...
Yeah?
So the footprints are nowhere near the powder.
They're not?
No, they're not. See how the powder is all the way over here? Yeah, all the footprints are concentrated over here.
I mean, it's not unreasonable to think the powder was just spread out that way. It's a big-ish bottle. I don't know.
Yeah, but no, what I'm trying to think is...
You think it was planted?
I think it was planted.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but we'll have to see.
Nutshell powder stuff.
It does seem suspicious that whoever came in here and messed with the stuff was willing to leave their footprints behind like that. MC4.
This one on the left side of the shelf.
Okay, so thing A.
According to the acquisition, still right around the time.
Okay. Like how...
See, and again, you see how big it is. You would have think they would have, like, swept it up or did something.
Yeah. Maybe. It could. Somebody could be trying to frame Hina. Like, yeah, I think that...
Or someone could have tried to think of getting a poison and then just fucked up.
I mean, it's possible. But yeah, I mean, I think from what we've seen so far, it definitely seems like Hina is the culprit, but that doesn't seem right to me. What's this shelf? We also, yeah, we also still have yet to figure out what the deal is with the locked room, so keep that in mind.
The locker?
Yeah, no, the locked room. Like how the killer was able to get out.
And we still haven't figured out about the handprints in the locker.
Yeah, that too. Protein, yeah, so it looks like most of the things labeled A are good.
So I guess shelves under section A. Huh?
But wait!
This one bottle is a chemical C9.
Interesting.
Did someone put here by accident?
Okay. Oh, maybe whoever made the footprints was putting it back. Put the C9 one back.
So on this shelf looks like a bunch of chemicals.
Reagents. They're used in experiments to bring out a chemical reaction. Have you ever lived in such... How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss.
Isn't that kind of harsh?
No.
What?
Well, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I'm so glad that we spent so much fucking time with you this
Can I
last
just
week.
kick you in the balls right now?
I didn't even say that. Anyway, it doesn't matter now. I know I need to focus on the show. They're labeled with the letter B and a number.
I guess considering the shelf.
Okay. C is probably missing something. They're all dangerous chemicals. Poisons and power chemicals. Labeled with the letter C and a number. Dietary supplements, B has reagents, and C has reagents.
concerns me is the bottle label from section C. Definitely something going on there.
Yeah, so somebody probably put it back. Thinking that... I don't fucking know. Somebody thought that they could get away with that. Alright.
Or again, they're trying to frame somebody.
Yeah, that seems the most likely option, because that seems like a very silly mistake.
Not only that, framing someone does seem to be the pattern here.
Yeah.
In this game.
This seems a little bit more clever of a framing device, though, because like we're still not 100% sure if it could have been Hina with the clues.
I mean, yeah, it's good, but you also need to learn how to make use of those clues.
Alright, fuck boy.
Wait, are you sure that was it?
Yeah, that was it. It said we needed to head back down to the crime scene, which I'm not wanting to do because we were just fucking there, but oh well.
Get more coins.
What's funny is we have found 0 coins this chapter. At least since I've done I did the presents. What the fuck is the... Oh wait, I forgot. Okay, here I go. Here I go. Welcome back.
Hey. So Dakota, how was your investigation?
It fucking sucks. Byakuya would call me names.
I see.
So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying? No.
Anyway.
Well, I've made some progress of my own.
Well, we know for a fact Hiro was lying.
Fucking
and we also know that...
Byakuya could easily have persuaded the other two not to go. Byakuya probably did it. That's still my main reasoning, is because he has a lot of sway over Toko, and he could be like, Hiro, don't do it. And Hiro would be like, okay.
Well, again, Hiro was also scared.
Yeah.
But he was kind of jittery, so I think Hiro did go.
Yeah,
I think Hiro went.
Maybe Hiro did go, and he was trying to keep quiet about it.
Mm-hmm.
He knows
so
something.
I think someone threatened him.
Possibly.
And we also know that Toko and Genocide Jack sometimes don't share memories.
That's true.
So, and I mean, Toko came back, and Genocide Jack's been kind of very prevalent in his most recent. So, again, we need to talk to Genocide Jack.
What's funny is that Genocide Jack, I feel like, is the one that's harder to shut up, so I don't know if I really am gonna put stake in that, because like if Genocide Jack comes back, then there's nothing saying that she has no reason to keep quiet about anything. So I don't know. I feel like
don't think she killed him.
I feel like Byakuya, the guy who kind of plans for everything, if he were to commit a murder, he's not gonna leave witnesses, even if they're on his side.
But it's possible that he came back.
Sakura's body, the shelf magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. I guess you've got to fucking touch them again. Fucking touch them with your question mark.
There's another one
missing. Something new. I wonder what it could fucking be.
Hey.
So,
did you figure it out?
Or are you a fucking moron?
There's a correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention. Sure you'll find it. No, because I'm too stupid.
Correlation.
Hamster dies.
So...
I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome.
And that's just because you don't trust. It's not just because you don't trust me, right?
No, you're a fucking moron. I hate you.
No answer.
I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with, moron.
Hey.
There's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right?
Experiment.
Anyway.
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces, too.
Are you sure it's okay to mess with a crime scene like that?
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Yakuya's not here.
So then,
Anyway, I need to get something in the chem lab. While I'm done, try to gather up all the glass. Oh, this is probably a brilliant idea. I know what she's intending, but like fucking gathering glass is hard.
Hey, wait, can you go get me a broom?
Ah,
It'll work.
that's like the worst way to do it.
And just as I finished up,
Sorry to keep you waiting.
so then,
Sorry, I had something in my throat. Is everything okay? Let's get to work. What kind of experiment are we doing? Wait,
in
wait.
other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. There, go ahead. We're gonna use it to compare weights. Oh, that's okay. That's clever. She's using them to. We're not gonna put them together like fucking idiots. We're gonna just compare the weight because, reasonably speaking, it should be the same weight as another bottle. Pieces of glass you collected it, and one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? I don't know. Why do you think, fucking Big Mac?
listen.
First, let's compare the weight of two normal Monokuma bottles. It's balanced.
In other words,
Each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Now here comes the important part. Put the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might we expect to see? Well, the normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some.
so then,
Let's give it a try.
it was 2 bottles.
Broken pieces are heavier. How is that possible?
I knew
Also,
it.
how did they get the fucking... Because there was the clear bottom and top parts.
In other
Unless they
words,
took the bottom and top.
Interesting. Correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together.
hey,
I believe you'll arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. Yeah, there could have been 2 bottles. What do you think? It's all on you. Oh, just let me use the scale and just put another bottle on the left side. See if it adds up to the same. So it's a lot more bottle pieces. Wonder what that fucking means. Alright, magazine rack apparently has something new. And her body. Clue. Oh, the ladies' magazine is upside down.
Did someone put it back that way on accident?
hey,
Something catches your eye. It's important for you to explore that. Sneeze. I'm sorry.
In detail. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I could have flipped through it.
Oh no!
This is on one page, means the inner blood. It says, could this be...
A dying message. Man, this is a common ass trope in Japan.
correct.
It would appear you found it. Kyoko.
Or could it have been something to trick to get Genocide Jack out?
What do you mean?
Have her flip through the magazine and then see Toko written in blood, and then it would make her pass out, and swap to Genocide Jack. It was a girls' magazine.
Possible.
And
So-
I mean, Yakuza could have told her, hey, look through this magazine.
Maybe. Someone used their finger to write it.
I message.
However,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it for the benefit of others who might come looking. Is that... It says Toko, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Then she's the killer, right?
Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet.
I won't
It's
forgive
settled.
you.
She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer.
I see why you put it that way, but it just seems
too easy.
anything makes me that much more suspicious.
I mean, we've already had, what, 2 cases where the person's name was written out? And one of them actually was the killer?
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one? I know Leon got written. Who was the other one that got their name written? Was it Hero?
No. We found him in the suit, and that was the whole thing.
That's right. I think that was...
It was, what's-his-face wrote Genocide Jack's thing. Yakugo wrote for Chiro.
No, that's not the dying person's message, though. Because that's a very common trope, I guess, in this game and in Japan, is that the victim writes their killer's name in their own blood.
I mean, there was,
I think
weirdo who took a picture.
Who? What? When?
Didn't he take a picture with his camera or something like that before he was starting to... No, wait, no.
No, I think it was just Sayaka then.
Mm-hmm.
Sayaka's the only person to have actually written something out.
And a dying message.
Yeah.
My
It's a lot of
next
focus on
question
writing
would be-
this game.
My next question would be, the blood is all the way there, but there's no trail to the body. So I don't think it was Sayaka. I don't think it,
You mean Sakura?
Sakura that wrote it.
Well, yeah, I don't think it was that. It was her either, but Sakura also vomited blood, which I guess would dribble? I'm just not sure. I don't know if it would.
Maybe. Dying message would be added to the truth bullet selection in your hand.
It's just, this crime scene seems too clean. It's weird.
But again, it was just poison.
Yeah. We don't really know all the details of the death. So let's check out the...
There seems to be something...
body.
Just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out.
Well, yeah, I know, but...
Hey,
Stop messing around. Don't you need to actually examine the body? Why?
There's no getting around it. Didn't recoil upon touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. Kind of thing I've gone for pleased. Although there's still sometimes can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see that body, I can't get used to it.
it's true.
It's totally normal.
Then how can you?
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past.
What?
What? No, never mind.
hey,
Don't worry about it. Look at this. Look at this shit.
Her shoes?
It's literally shit.
correct.
Yeah, you see the yellow powder on her?
Oh, what? Sakura, fucking 6'4" Sakura wears shoes smaller than the 5'3" Makoto. It really stands
I
out.
see.
That powder is clue number 1.
But the powder was there.
It was on
before
the
there were
bottom. I
This
think
was
maybe,
on the
yeah,
top.
Sakura probably, yeah.
She probably
She was
dropped
probably the
it.
one that spilled it.
Hey,
Next was the wound at her head. Why didn't we look at that the first time?
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just
It
explain.
would seem...
It appear that she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead 2 blows to the head.
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail.
So she didn't cover her hand when she vomited blood. Cover her mouth.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you aren't expecting it, your first thing is to kind of, unless you're expecting it.
Yeah, everything's really weird about this case. Don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Alright, time for trial. It's a really short investigation, but again, I guess they've been trying to cut down on the time. Like, only the first 2 were really that long.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you
Never
soon.
found out about the handprints.
Yeah, I guess that might come up. The mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. Whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen.
Dakota, quit screaming. We're right here.
Alright. See, this is kind of like what I feel like the trials should have been up to this point, is with more mystery going into them. I feel like every other trial up to this point, I kind of had an idea of where they were going to go.
So I have a quick question. Have we done a case where we purposely lost and see what happens?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened?
Nothing happens. Motokuma's just like, well, I guess you guys fail.
And it just cuts it off.
And then you just get asked to retry.
So it didn't show you like you yourself dying. How,
No,
like,
no.
die.
Yeah, no, it doesn't do that.
Oh, that would have been cool.
I think the reason for that is because it doesn't want to spoil who the actual killer is.
No, I mean like how Motokuma's gonna kill you.
No, I think it's specific for each person. Because if they, like, if we get it wrong and the killer escapes, I think Monokuma can just fucking send javelins at us from wherever. I think if someone
And that's what I
is
mean,
the
like-
blackened, they get a special thing. That's what I mean.
I know, but it didn't show like us getting like javelins thrown up and it going like and then screen goes black.
I don't know.
That would have been cool.
Everyone began to meet up one after another. Yeah.
Isn't that martial artist? I'm a locker room murder mystery. Winky face.
What?
What the?
How are you doing those?
Oh, I really got that road.
Emoticons. Like no matter
how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes,
For
indeed.
example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body, XD.
This is plain creepy. How's he doing that?
Well,
How about the reverse? No matter how great something is, put it in a sad face and makes you look super negative.
yes, indeed.
Example.
You have 100 friends?
Cry face.
That does make it sound sad.
I can't wait. I can't
Calvin,
wait.
please get in the elevator.
I'll see you down there. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
Get you guys. You're not so casual after murdering someone.
Don't look at me!
And again, wasn't he just accused of murder?
Yeah. Okay, so the goal for this one is to do it without taking damage. We'll see how fucking good this is, I guess.
I'm gonna be right back. You keep going.
Okay. I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean!
I mean, I didn't murder anybody.
What the heck?
Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer?
What the heck?
You literally are a murderer, though. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough, because there can be no doubt one of us is the culprit. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her.
And again, Sakura was fighting Monokuma.
Okay, so I can still save. I'll talk to everybody in here, then save, and then I don't know.
Don't look at me!
That wasn't me. You're fucking talking for her.
What the heck?
How did you do it? How did you do it?
Man, it's so fucking spacious in here. One of these fuckers
Hey,
standing around here isn't gonna do anything good. Let's keep going.
It was us. It was us all along.
I mean, eventually, one of the trials. I mean, I guess the first one was like that, but I mean, there are two patterns I've noticed. Anybody that gets accused for a murder has yet to actually murder. First one being us. Second one being Byakuya and Toko. The third one being Kiro. And well, we'll see if that
Now
pattern.
Kiro and Tom. Yeah.
Well, we don't know who's being accused in this one just yet.
Well, we already know who Hina's accusing.
Yeah, Hina's thinking it's probably gonna Toko. And there was another pattern with the class trials. I can't remember it though. Oh, I was trying to fucking save. Fuck. Wait, can I still save? I can. Okay. Because I want to repeat as little of this as possible if I fail. I don't know. Maybe I'll try and go for the no damage off screen. I guess I don't want to really spend too much time on this. All right. Made my way.
I'll give you 3 tries.
Well, the thing is you can't save during the middle of the trial, so if we fail even a single time, we'll have to go all the way to the beginning. So I might as well, depending on where it happens, we'll probably just go back to the beginning. And I feel like that'd be easier if I know what's coming, like with a trial I've already done. So I might just try that on a second playthrough.
Yeah.
Made my way towards the elevator with each step. With every step I take, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. Chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rock from the inside out. How many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. War never changes. Climber into our steel prison in total silence. Watch the doors close. And I'm gonna save again. And felt it begin its sinister descent. Oh man, we can just like all lay down on this in this elevator, just like fucking relax. Elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, ding! Ride was over. Doors opened once again. Interesting. Just the 6 of you, huh?
This is
Really?
kind of
That's so few. You must be so lonely.
You say that like it's not your fault. We're all in this.
I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again? Or... will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are you ready to begin?
Oh, there's...
You know the drill. Find your assigned seats.
What if I want to stand in someone else's seat?
And so the curtain opens for the whole time. Deadly blah 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 blah. You say this every fucking time, Makoto. Yes, I would love to save actually. Alright. We should have a bunch of skills now. We still don't have 20 skill points. That's interesting. And we only have those 4. So the new ones this time are cool and composed, steadies your aim a little, effective during non-stop debate. Okay, so yeah. It's just makes it so it doesn't wobble around. Extraordinary focus.
What's at the bottom?
Huh? We've had these ones since the first trial. This one's the one.
I'm saying if the multiple suspects murdered in a
Locker room. Anyone was likely to survive, it was Sakura. And yet, interesting.
And bet.
It's because of the TV, not the game.
No, I know,
I'm
but that's
sure.
just funny. And bet.
And vet. It was, if anyone was likely to survive, it was Sakura. And vet. Maybe that's a clue. Maybe one of us is actually secretly a vet.
Maybe
Anyway.
it's a time traveler from another dimension.
Yeah. Increases damage. Oh, yeah. Okay, so influence game. Yeah, we increased our HP by 5. And then this is just increasing the focus gauge, which I didn't even use last time, so. I guess save again. And let's go. Alright.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Maybe, Hina, you should fucking back down, considering you've been wrong at literally all of these so far. She must have some reason for believing that.
Fucking game time!
Okay, so...
It was one of...
Look at how much fucking health we have! Alright, so Aoi's account is what we have to work with. Notes written to Toko, Byakuya, and Yasuhiro, asking them to meet her in the rec room.
She did not slip those notes
Sling those notes underneath.
Because she handed it to Hiro.
That's what she said, at least.
You. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all...
Yeah, we got an extra 5 from Byakuya's last skill, which you only get for talking to him 3 times, which I think is crazy.
...had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
Okay, so there are only 2 things on this first one. So I think...
It was one of you. One of you killed...
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a... You hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make it...
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low.
That's about as low as you can get. It was one of you killed...
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
Reason.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
It's gonna hit the fucking thing!
Low.
That's about as low as you can get.
You got this,
It was
baby.
one of you killed...
And what reason do you...
Because you all...
They literally give
hated
you
Is
12
that it?
minutes to work
That doesn't
with
make
it, so-
any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low.
Oh, God.
That's about as
low as you
It's
can
fucking
get.
sinking down so fast.
It was one of you killed...
And what reason do you...
Because you hated her.
Is
So I
that
have to
it?
aim it.
That doesn't make...
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low.
That's about as low as you can get.
You got this,
It was
baby.
one of you killed...
And what
And the
reason do
fucking
you...
time limit on this one is
hated her.
actually
Is that
going
it?
really fast.
That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
That's low.
Missing
You're gonna
it.
have to
low as
click,
you
you're gonna
can
have to
get.
click those things. And then...
I'm
was
sure
one
they
of you-
probably
one of
expect
you
you to have
killed-
way
and what
better
reason?
skills
Because
by
you
this
all-
point.
you
'cause
hated her.
I think there is a skill that makes your
Is
bullet
that
go
it?
out faster.
That doesn't make any...
That's the only reason
But we
you
don't
have her
have it.
accusing us?
That's
Low.
Hi.
That's about as low as you can...
I'm really
It was
glad we
one of-
have
one
the
of you
city
killed-
and what
thing
reason
now,
did-
because
Because
that's actually
you
helping.
hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't...
That's the only reason you have her accusing
Fucking...
us?
Oh, thank God.
No, that's wrong.
Took like 4 minutes to do that, but okay.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
Can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all 3 of those fuckers, but that doesn't mean that they did it, did they? We fucking did it. Pocket trash!
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all 3 of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I
That
never
one.
saw her.
Come on. There's no way none of you went. At least one of you is lying.
Okay.
The fact that Sakura... There's no way that one of you is
I don't deny that I never went.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here.
You!
No, that's wrong.
Yeah! Fuck you, I saw your trash!
Kira, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
Where did we see that before?
What's that got to do with anything?
red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's...
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
Where did you get
From
that?
Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Not exactly. Well, you see, I have disposed this entire fucking case.
Well, I mean... Yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
Why'd you keep the piece of trash
When?
then?
When did she give it to you?
This morning?
The last time you saw Sakura was... when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But it can't be right. Sakura could have only gotten the candy after the incident. So I know that is because Hiro, when Sakura got the candy, it's not.
I got it.
Oh.
I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it!
Fuck!
I mean, what I meant was...
fuck you!
Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all! I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
More hostility.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
Yakahira, you're surprisingly quiet for right now. I don't know.
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
How do you know about that?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
You were in your room this whole time. How did you know about that?
It was her
Well, we don't
dying
know.
message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Hiro, hold on.
Hold the fuck up.
When did you see that dying message of hers?
Yeah, Hiro. When did you see that dying message?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime.
Uh-oh.
So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Hina's fucking smart. She doesn't even know it. Hold on. Wait, what? Kyoko found the message with the dying message and it was up
On the shelf.
the shelf.
It was on the shelf, flipped upside down.
I got it!
Okay.
Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
Are you gonna fucking sass me, boy?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense!
Definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Alright. Okay. The dying message.
Oh, go up.
Put back upside down. Inside this magazine, Toko's name is written in blood. Whoever wrote it used their finger to do it.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
It wasn't her dying words.
What do you mean? He said he saw the dying message when he first found the body. Where was the magazine? Was it
I
not
can tell
there?
you.
One magazine had been put back upside down. Inside this magazine, Toko's name had been written in blood.
Go back to like when you were looking at the magazines the first time.
I don't know if that's here.
I think so. I think it is.
Magazine shelf, blood stain. No, there isn't one. Yeah. One the magazine had been put back. So.
Exactly when I found the dying message.
So let's see what
when Ogre's body was discovered.
Okay.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
He saw the dying message when he first found the body. At that time, where was the magazine? This doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Well, I mean, it was nowhere near the body. It was on the shelf, which was far away from the body, but she was on the chair.
Tina was stopping those three from looking at him.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
That might be it. But I'm just confused. Magazine. One magazine and then backups. This kind of makes
sense. And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun.
I don't know. I think I might.
Take a guess.
I think I'm just gonna have to look this up. This is the first time we're gonna have to break out the guide, which is actually nice. But like, I think this. I honestly suspect that this might just be because of a translation error, because this seems like really weird. Yeah, it seems odd. Okay.
How long are you taking? We can't. We're staying frozen like this.
Yeah. So what is it that Hero did that doesn't make sense? Why the magazine was hidden? Hero found the magazine with a down message in it, which was on the magazine shelf. I'm sorry, it's taking a little bit because the guide is weird. It doesn't let you look at stuff, so I have to copy and paste the text to look at it. So... Oh, right! I forgot you can absorb stuff. You can absorb the answers. So we're supposed to absorb magazine shelf and shoot Ogre's body was discovered.
I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
Yeah, I fucking forgot about that.
When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Oh yeah, we have to make a bullet.
Yeah.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found it was only after I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out,
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
What? I would like candy, please.
I can tell you
What do we have? I'll take the Three Musketeers. I don't really want anything gooey right now.
Exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when it was only I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine when I pulled it out.
I keep missing because I'm aiming in the wrong area.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun.
Wait,
I found the magazine tucked away when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
No, that's wrong.
Well, bam!
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby.
Yes, it was, Makoto. Wait, what? Was it?
That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation.
Issue here. Like, what are they trying to argue?
And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way
okay.
you could have seen it then.
I guess, yeah.
Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it?
Because you fucking killed her. Posted it yourself.
All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
Vienna sausage?
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
Yeah, Sam.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it! And this is me talking, so you know it's true!
Honey. I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message.
There was no blood on her hand.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest.
You fucking don't.
I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. The end is nigh. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Bullets.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
Oh, fuck you.
Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
Good thing we had all that fucking health. I guess our no damage run is over.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
You what?
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because...
Last time you guys suspected me.
Because I killed her!
I'm sorry?
Please, just let me explain what happened.
Oh, baby.
I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Sure, thanks.
And that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm gonna end it today. I'm gonna end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that.
Interesting.
Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
On the table, you say?
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy.
I mean, he admitted to it.
It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
And her body was moved. If that's where the blood was supposed to be.
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain, and until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
What is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? What would he have had to do after writing a message? Why he picked Toko, why the magazine was hidden, why he didn't use Sakura's finger. Well, that part probably because he's a fucking moron. For writing the message.
The magazine was hidden because he said he left it on the table.
Yeah.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
Huh?
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Interesting.
So maybe she was hiding in the
Someone who wouldn't like what had been written. There's only one choice.
I got it! It had to be Toko,
No,
right?
obviously it was Kyoko.
She was hiding in the locker before she got there.
Interesting.
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait! But more important, that doesn't even matter! We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it!
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
Monokuma,
He's just an assaulter.
Monokuma chimes in. Nope, he fucking did it. Go ahead and vote.
You can't be serious! That's just...
There's too much in the bottle. and
believe
you only
it.
mix with one bottle.
Yeah.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Put a fucking shirt on.
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
Prove that Hiro wasn't the real killer. Oh boy. Kyoko's examination summary.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered. And
I think it's this one on the only hit her once part. Kyoko's examination summary. 2 blows to the head, not 1.
she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer!
The real answer is that everybody was involved with killing Sakura at least some way or another.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind.
But only
And you only hit her once, is that right?
Yeah, just once.
Wham!
No, that's wrong.
That's fucking wrong! You hit her twice! Just admit it!
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Huh? 2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice.
No way.
What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head?
Toko, you're acting awfully nervous.
She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
Is it maybe because there's fucking 2 missing?
Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
Uh-huh.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
I guarantee the second and third games are probably not this hand-holdy.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle.
2010.
It was 2010?
Yeah, on the PSP.
I thought it was earlier.
No.
I thought it was remade on the PSP in 2010.
Nope.
Wasn't.
That was the first version.
First version? Oh, okay.
PSP. This was like the game to get on the PSP. There were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken.
But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
Or
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
I have fucking eyes.
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Correlation. Feeling starting to become clear. Must be. Are you serious? We actually have to figure this out? Hangman's Gambit. Chess piece? That's what it looks like, yeah. Give me the fucking C. Give me an E. Give me an S.
Yeah, the red ones?
Yeah. The red ones, it's a measure of how much damage you need to destroy them. So I can take the lighter colored ones, it's just if I mess up and accidentally hit something that's behind it, I take damage.
Now I understand.
Because I gotta hit it multiple times for the lighter colors.
That's it. The chess pieces.
The Hangman's Gambit's probably the weakest part of the trial games, I'll be honest. I mean, the fucking rhythm game sucks, but it's actually like a game. The Hangman's Gambit's just, but I could touch these things, I guess.
It's more of
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
It's not that fucking hard.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you?
Wow.
Then let me explain.
The one person.
In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn.
And look,
What was
there's 6 of
left
us
intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those 4.
Right, there's 6 of us? Yeah.
And on the ground was the knight.
Kyoko, Coco, Byakuya, Hiro, and...
Oh, so the queen is missing.
That's you. You're the queen.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene. Well, one apparently went missing.
I mean, to be fair, if we think about the positions, I would say that that actually makes kind of sense. Because we're the best at everything. I feel like Kyoko...
Who would be king?
Kyoko would be king, because if we lose her, then everything's over. Byakuya is a little twisty. I feel like he'd be bishop.
It's definitely... I think Sakura would be knight. Since that's what we know.
Sakura's dead.
How many are there?
There's 6 left alive.
Oh, there's 6 left alive.
Hiro would be the rook. I don't have any problem with that. Hina actually, I feel like, would be the pawn because she's the most useless.
Who would be the knight?
The knight would probably be Toko, because you don't really know what they're gonna fucking do. But apparently, like the knight, you can never fucking capture anybody with it. Toko has yet to murder anybody here.
What does chess have to do with anything?
I don't know, Toko. Fucking read a book.
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case.
Not so
Maybe someone
fast.
just likes the queen.
That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
I don't know if you recall, but there was another fucking murder in that room, like, literally like a week ago.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
You just gotta measure them out.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
The bottle that was missing, it was broken.
I got it! The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
Oh, what the fuck? Was it the bottle experiment?
I got it!
I got it!
Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment.
I'm just fucking getting off all that health back that I lost in the rhythm game.
We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles.
The broken bottle.
And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime.
Toko was the one that hit the other bottle on her
But
head.
someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
Unless you were smart and used a scale.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that
Hit
anyway?
her with something else.
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
No be a doubt, the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by Sakura's second attacker. Some bowling aficionados. What?
I got it! The bottle that was
We're still
removed from the
not at
scene
full
was
health.
used the
Thanks,
second
Byakuya.
time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle.
Can you imagine Sakura's fucking situation? She just gets hit all over the head by Hiro for no reason. She wakes up and she's like, oh, what the fuck? And then just gets hit again.
I don't think he even knocked her out.
Given all the evidence,
She may
Well,
have, like,
this
went
is
down
the
and
only...
got dizzy.
No, I mean, like, Hiro had the time to clean up the scene-ish and write down Toko's name in the magazine, then put it on the table and left.
Possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
Woody!
And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
Maybe you're fucking...
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Oh, you did?
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room. Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in.
Mention this earlier.
But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
I wonder what that could mean.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
Yeah, exactly.
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
I wonder.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, that's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows that Toko was hiding in the rec room. And I have it. New elements. Are you fucking kidding me? So far, you've probably been pressing the triangle button during your final strike without a second thought. From now on, you're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to your... Fuck, why?
Because they want you to lose.
Proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way. L button. Just this once, okay? About halfway through the game now. What? Only halfway? Good luck and have fun. I guess the last two are just that long.
Well, I'm sure we gotta get out.
I don't know about that.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No, no, no!
Okay.
That's enough!
Hiding in the rec room, don't be ridiculous. There we go.
This should prove it.
That actually wasn't that hard. I don't know why they didn't.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No.
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Did we fucking take a life-size picture of it? What?
Yeah!
Did we bring the locker door with us?
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Wow,
That's all we fucking needed.
Wow.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
Then you did it! And then we're gonna find out that it was actually Byakuya all along, like I thought.
No, I swear, there's no way!
No, it was Hina.
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Please tell me there's a way to replay that.
Out with it. Bad girl.
I probably did kill her. Like, that fucking delivery was so good.
Straight up again.
Wait,
Because Master.
what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Give me the juicy deets.
Spill that tea.
Spill that fucking tea.
Talk. Now.
Oh, yes, Master.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
Ew.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
You fucking idiot.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
You're all stupid as Sid.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
She started moving.
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted. Right there in front of the magazines.
That makes sense.
I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
You mean Jack. Oh, that was easy.
Probably make herself sneeze.
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
I'm sorry, whose fault?
Just answer the question. Did you
just
kill
fucking
Sakura?
admit to Byakuya doing?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
Why would I do
I
that?
wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Byakuya raises an eyebrow, then slowly reaches up and puts it back down.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Cause normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's... you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
Keep walking like that, and he is
Well
gonna
then,
fucking
that's
explode.
that. Let's start the vote.
Sure, you have some words for Hiro on that
What's
one.
wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
Hina.
Yeah.
Hina, I don't want to believe this.
No, not quite yet.
Oh.
Her body was repositioned.
No, I don't like this. I don't like this. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Not yet? Why not yet?
I'm impatient because I want to get this over with. And no other reason, I'm sure.
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd? Huh?
Of course you didn't know this.
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
Oh my god, if fucking Hino was the killer, and she dies, then that means we're not gonna fucking get the end of her storyline, her storyline, her gift-giving stuff. Fuck you, Hina. It wasn't.
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Ooh. Killed Sakura. Oh boy. Okay. So...
The stabbing of her body.
I was just sleeping peacefully, and all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
And you were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up.
Okay.
I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Okay, so that's it.
It's usually the last one.
I mean, not necessarily. It's been really tricky to let these last couple trials. It was not there.
I was just sleeping peacefully.
I just want to double check because we have. Yeah. It's probably the.
And all of a sudden, I remember waking up.
You were taken by
I
surprise.
fucking
You
love
smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Wha-bam!
No, that's wrong.
You're fucking wrong!
You hit her by the shelf, you didn't kill her.
We found Sakura sitting
Sakura had
upright
the
in a chair.
worst day ever. She gets hit from behind by Hiro, wakes up, sees Toke on the ground, goes like, oh, this fucking girl. Shakes her awake, she immediately hits her again. She gets up a third time, vomits blood or whatever, and then dies.
If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
I think she committed
Just another
suicide.
lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
And Hiro and Hina just wants everyone to die.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
Blood.
Because that has to be it, because there's blood. Magazine shelf listing!
I got it!
I got it! And
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stained by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
I'm sorry, what?
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors.
Right.
There's no way I can move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then
You're right.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
There was a third person.
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
Because Kyoko told me it wasn't. I saw it for myself.
I got it!
I was
Even before we opened the door to the rec room,
Because it was
Hina
me.
and I both
I
got a
was
look
the
inside.
killer.
And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Wait, was it?
Yeah, Hina was with you.
Was it Kyoko?
Okay then, where was she hiding?
Why did we have this camera angle where it looks like we're kneeling in front of Hiro? I I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but...
I don't know! What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying!
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
Oh my god.
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
That's because you're overlooking vital information.
She vomited blood.
Black. This. Make your argument. Okay.
What was I always account again?
I guess we'll find out.
What?
I don't think it's gonna be relevant to this one. The other two, though. Yeah. I don't think it's gonna be relevant.
What was it that killed Ogre?
One of the other ones.
If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot.
Okay, so what do we have? We had the Monokuma File 4, and then
the powder.
The powder. But I don't think that's gonna be it. I think it's
To her
this right
head.
here.
So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
The powder that was on the floor was yellow, and it was from this.
What was it? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's
Sure,
attack,
that's probably
what was
what
it?
it's gonna be.
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot.
Bam!
No,
You're
it's wrong.
fucking wrong!
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death.
Meanwhile, Monokuma's just sitting there.
He's always been sitting there.
He's just always sitting there. Just watching. Being quiet for once, and just kind of judging us for not knowing the answer, even though he fucking saw it and didn't give it away.
In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
Oh god, you looked inside her mouth?
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
Gross.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Probably all the poison we found missing.
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
I'm still not unconvinced that Byakuya didn't do it.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Excellent.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
Yes!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along!
Yeah, you fucking moron.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Oh. Wait, hold on. I'm thinking.
They put it in Section A.
Let me just keep going.
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as the supplements. I'm positive.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Wow, you're not a fucking moron after all, Mr. McCoy.
Huh? But you just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Yeah.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Whoa! Yeah, get fucking wrecked, scrub.
Master!
Byakuya was calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Yes, there's a lot of protein in poison.
Protein?
Gasp!
Can I see that bottle for a second?
It's gonna have the Monokuma thing in it.
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Oh. Shame. Scraped out a bit of context.
It was all over the floor.
This is... It's protein powder.
Gross.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that
had rinsed that bottle out, you were still drinking
Yeah.
bottle, where did it go?
Poison would actually filled with protein powder. I mean that conversely, the poison must have been in the protein container. Protein drink. Give me the D.
Protein drink.
Now I understand!
Now I understand everything!
The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Yeah, but how would you fucking swap them around, idiot?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was
Yeah, there was one bottle that was smashed on the ground.
able to get
What
Sakura.
that was used, yet someone emptied the other poison onto the floor, put the protein powder in that one.
Oh, and then used the remaining bottles from the other room. Pieces of the bottle that were taken up by Toko.
To drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Oof. A protein drink. A Monokuma bottle. Yeah.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
The only person that she would accept it from would be someone that trusted her completely. Like Hina.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
Oh, I think I may know what happened then. Hina may have done it without realizing it.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
She fucking was, she got hit a second time by Toko because she was so trusting. Like, Sakura, as scary as she is the most trusting person here, I feel. I mean, other than Makoto, I guess.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Uh-huh.
For real? Who was it?
I'm gonna let Makoto tell us.
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
It was not Makoto. Oh, why are we the one?
Because we are the main character. We're the player. They have to entertain us.
Oh, okay.
I actually saw
I got it!
picture that let me go find my
The
phone.
footprints
Okay.
left
My
behind.
mom's picture, spam picture that's on. Keep going.
Okay.
And it's really
Yeah.
fucking cute.
I'm just not gonna let them talk over you, okay?
In front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
Makes sense.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from
I
me,
still don't
you know?
think it is because
Yeah,
that's
there's a lot. Yeah, it's way too simple.
It's way too
Ogre's
simple.
killer was-
And
Yep, I did it. I killed Sakura.
Good.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Now we're in dick-sucking distance of Byakuya, and I don't like that.
ugh.
Here-
Or dick punching.
Oh, man. Sneakers. The only people wearing sneakers here are... Who?
Coda and Hina.
Wait, Leon's dead, isn't he?
Yeah.
I got
Me
it!
and Hina.
Me and
That's
Hina are
right.
the only ones.
Yeah.
Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
Want to look at my fucking feet.
You got a foot fetish.
No! Let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way.
It was probably switched before Sakura took the energy drink out.
Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly
Again, why
nasty
would
little
she
scheme.
leave the footprints?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking she set that up after the death.
No, I don't think that's it.
Is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here.
Oh, yeah, here it is.
What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them.
Yeah.
Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
There it is. Just gotta remember your dad. Playing this over on stage. It's all like a show or something. I like a play. It's cool.
I would maybe put that away. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
What's the last mystery?
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Oh, hell yeah.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well,
I didn't.
that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
Yeah.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please, I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Okay, Makoto. Wow, I'm getting all flustered.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
Am I gonna be fucking right? Am I gonna be right that it's Byakuya all
There's
along?
nobody else to suspect.
Nobody else
could
to
have
suspect,
possibly
eh?
done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well,
That still wouldn't explain how he blocked the door and then got out.
Not true. Byakuya's fucking magic.
right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
Oh, you did?
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
The what?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them.
Something wrong with that.
Once I was done with
No
that,
footprints from Steven.
No footprints.
I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told.
It's fucking wrong!
First you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right? Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
Isn't that a little strange? Got it through your head yet?
Can you repeat that series of events one more?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
I'll be pushy with you! And it should be like, oh. Oh my.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
When you're
saw me
fucking
draw-
dead!
You saw me draw the fucking picture.
I'll be satisfied when you're fucking dead, 6 feet under. Long. Until we figure it out, fucker. Anyway. Hero! Footprints in the powder.
First, I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
Yep.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A.
No, that's wrong!
And that's where I switched the powders. Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough.
How much longer must we tolerate this?
First I went to... That's when I grabbed the... And you spilled some of the... Yeah. When I grabbed...
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C...
What? Bam!
No, that's wrong. You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Yeah? What about it?
Well, then the footprints have lied to us.
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Stop lying.
What?
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
But why?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
Just nervous. I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Oh my god, Byakuya fucking blackmailed her.
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious.
I hate to say it.
The powder had
I think
already
she
been
committed
spilled when you
suicide.
came in, and you went straight to
And wants
Section
everyone
A.
else to die.
No, I don't think that's true. Sakura does not seem like the kind of person that would commit suicide.
To honor. To preserve honor. They also said that someone had to die.
Sakura has been committed to Hina this whole time. She knew that if she were to do that, then Hina would die. And would also not be protected by her. I mean, like, I'm really concerned about the next case because I feel like whoever's gonna do it is gonna go for Hina.
Oh, well, whatever.
Because
Let's go.
Sakura's not protected.
So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Well... You see...
What the?
Oh boy.
What the hell? What's going on here?
I can't wait.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
Oh no!
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
Ooh, ooh.
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Do you see my face right now? I'm having fun. You're not even fucking looking at me, don't lie.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
The Monokuma Queen. Oh, wait, what?
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle,
I'm amazed that he didn't accidentally ingest that.
and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then, Makoto, why don't you explain it?
I don't fucking know.
Huh?
I'm just as lost as Byakuya for once.
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
I broke something. The same shade of
The
blue.
broken window.
The window.
I got it!
Back to full
It's
health.
part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been? The rec room. It should have been on section A. Okay, wait. Bottle of poison had the protein powder in it. Yeah, it should have been on section
I
A.
got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
Fuck you.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked, but how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked?
You shouldn't have made this such a rookie mistake, man.
We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that
How
settles
the
it.
hell would Genocide Jack know?
Yeah, that's fair.
That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Oh, that's what he's pissed about.
Oh boy. After it was opened, it was on top of the glass, you moron. Rookie mistakes.
Please?
Yes. Okay, I think it's empty protein drink.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
So, shards of glass that were from the window that was broken to get into the room were found both around and underneath. Okay, so I think it's just that last one. I don't need to...
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time.
Hint.
It had to be. It was in there before.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, my time limit's running low. I didn't see that.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Man, you're getting a little feisty there. You got something to say?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
Oh, shit.
What?
And this
I think
proves
that's my
it.
favorite face of his.
Me too.
It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
Right before it was revealed, yeah.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
Shit.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Hold on.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
I was right, she killed herself.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. I need to take a moment.
You want a screenshot and send that to Scott?
No, because he won't be able to. He won't be able to complain. I'll clip it. Byakuya fucking said please.
And sorry.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right?
No.
She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying!
Yellow power.
Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
So why would we even have a class trial if someone wasn't murdered? Just gotta hit Hina with it. Just gotta fucking beat her to death with it.
Because someone wants
Oh my god, why does this trial have
You're a
3
liar!
of these?
What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking!
Because it's a trial because she wants.
You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it!
I am so bad
Stop
at this.
talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
I don't have any fucking
You're a
bullets.
liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Stop talking! I hate you!
I'm so glad that
Do
worked.
you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
Yeah.
This should prove it.
I was just checking to see if there were any bullets. I actually didn't take as much damage as I thought I would. I fucking hate
Hina,
those.
Did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem
But it was
lab.
on her right foot, so someone clearly planted it on her, because obviously since the spill was to the left, it would have been on her left foot. So
That
it
powder
must have
was
been
yellow,
Hina.
wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Oh yeah, it was on the bottom of her foot.
No, it was on the top of her foot.
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
I want to explain it. Sakura kills herself. I guess.
Here's my answer! The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
I fucking refuse to believe it. I want Byakuya to fucking die.
What? The killer was Sakura?
And Monokuma steps in and is like, alright, time to kill the blackened! And just brings Sakura's body and just like fucking beats it to death with a martial artist or something.
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I hate this.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either.
You
Or
can't
rather,
fly.
I don't
for
want to
0.2
believe it.
seconds if you
Everyone can do something one time.
But when you really think about it, everything matches up.
God, I hate this.
Sakura went and got the poison.
I didn't see
She
it coming.
barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life.
But that doesn't make any sense because...
And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Uh-huh. Sakura wanted to create... Byakuya did it!
I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath.
Where's her vomited blood?
And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door, because you already knew Sakura was dead, and because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
Go get them. Go get the others.
You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room,
Kills, I see.
While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
No! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
Oh, I thought like Monokuma was like had like a newspaper or something in front of him. It's just a hero's jacket.
It is.
Oh God.
Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Whoa, what?
My bad.
Oh no! I forgot about this part. Okay, so she sent the notes out. Byakuya's no. Why do you look so fucking evil, but Byakuya? Alright, Act 2. She goes into the closet. Oh, Toko, you really need to get out of the closet. Anyway, so gives him the candy. He knocks her on the head.
Yeah, because he had the rope.
That's the queen.
That's the queen. Okay.
Yep.
What's in the rest? There it is.
This one is... Wait. Okay, so that's just a dummy one. So this one is him writing...
Right there. Toko.
Okay. He left. She's like... She gets out. Which... I think that one should go there, but we've got this one as well, so I don't know.
Well, pull it up closer and see if it gets bigger.
Okay. They could be... I think she's nervous in the other one because she saw what happened. So, yeah, I think they're supposed to go this way. Okay, and then she puts it back upside down. Sakura gets back up. Toko turns into Jack. Jack hits her with the bottle. Then Toko, or Jack, cleans up everything, including the queen, and then fucking gets on a fucking disc and spins away, I guess. Sakura gets up again, and pulls out the poison, or that's C4. I think it's this one because she's already bloodied, so, you know. Although that doesn't make any sense because we know that she didn't have blood on her fingers.
Well, in the comic, her hands in.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's just
it's a matter of which poison do you think it was, and this one's empty, so I don't think it's that one. Okay, so anyway, we discover the body. Then the killer, I guess, is trying to say is Hina, picks up the bottle. And puts it away. Or no. Pockets the bottle.
Yeah, that's pocket.
No, but yes.
Because that's putting down the shake.
Let me just, yeah, that's all there are. And then planted.
The killer is
See what it is.
you! This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
We still don't know what she was going to talk to them about.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Still a lot of mysteries in this game.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
Goki Goki.
Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro.
Hold on. I like that shot because it's like Sakura's just leaning back with one arm over the back of the couch. She's like, "Hey kid, how you doing?"
Except he's older. Hey daddy.
Hey daddy. Get the fuck.
When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
Wha-bam!
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others.
She could have also just tore out the pages, I guess.
Or taken the book with.
That's true.
But in her rush, she made one little mistake.
I mean, she made a lot of mistakes, but okay.
She put the magazine back upside
But she
down.
looked at it and saw the blood. Why didn't she pass out?
I don't know.
Unless she quickly, like, folded it up.
Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes.
Blood phobia is a weird thing to me because it doesn't make any sense, especially for girls. And so, like,
Does she always turn during
yeah,
her
I
period?
don't fucking know how that works, but like, it's gotta have some rules that are never defined because
It might be it has to be like fresh blood on a body.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking it is. But like, it depends, and it's just weird. It never makes sense in any context.
She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack.
Damn, I gotta take care of this all the time.
Gotta take care of this bitch.
When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked
Yes,
Sakura.
we've discovered an unusual pattern for Genocide Jack's behavior. She only attacks a week out of every month. It's very odd.
And she freaked out.
Maybe that's why Genocide Jack is crazy, because all she feels is pain. All she feels is pain.
I would not doubt that, honestly. God damn it.
And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and
Sakura
attacked her.
gets up after getting hit the second time. God fucking damn it. Stop hitting with the motherfucking bottles. Makoto comes in. Oh god, Sakura!
Even Byakuya comes in and goes, oh god, I better add to this.
I better add my bottles.
This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence.
Oh my god.
She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece.
I have no idea what that bottom panel is supposed to be. Zoom!
She zoomed away.
And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab.
She's probably gonna tell him that
She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide.
Probably. Yeah, that's what it seems to suggest, because, like, Hina already knows.
And she didn't think to break the window open or anything. She's kind of freaking out.
I mean, it's Hina.
And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves.
For some reason.
In an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion.
So she fucking died.
They made her kill herself.
What happens in this situation? I have no idea. Do we all have to vote on Sakura was the killer? Because,
yeah,
I guess.
And the one who went to all that effort.
Hina's just an accomplice. She didn't deal the final blow.
I like how the fucking silhouette figure also had her giant tits. Giant.
That's the full truth of the case.
Kawaii!
Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened?
Does Hina have one thigh high on?
But, Makoto, how did you...
I'm a fucking genius, idiot.
How did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
I've kind of been doing that this whole time.
Huh?
Well, I guess Byakuya has kind of figured it out every trial. But also been like an asshole about it.
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated.
Also, fuck you.
That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
In the ass.
So that's what he's upset about. Because he couldn't figure it out. Because he's not number one. He's now a loser.
Oh my god, I can't wait for this to be the worst trial.
Oh! You got 2 B's.
I'm willing to guess that both of the B's were from the
time.
It doesn't say which one they're from.
It was probably from the dance off. Or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
The
technique. Wait, what? I honestly have no idea. Why is it 92%? What are these for?
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, I also, before I forget, Raise apparently for the class trials gives you 110%, so you get 10% more than what you would have gotten.
Who's?
Raise.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Yeah, you've been awfully quiet this whole trial.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened?
I just thought of something really disgusting.
What?
So we know that you have to blacken Sakura. So what if the bear takes Sakura's body and just fucks it?
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
That's like some sick thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, that's really sick. I'm kind of disturbed right now.
I'm sorry, I'm just thinking of like what's the most disturbing thing that could be.
Yeah, she's guilty. I guess.
She dealt the final blow.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. One who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet you... Why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. Eh? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because of all you... Is because all of you pushed her into that corner. You all killed her. That's why...
You should have been the one to die!
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean... You were gonna take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
What?
I'm fucking concerned about her now. That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this! Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault, after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me.
I can't forgive this!
My closest friend got hurt. Sakura. Because of me. My friends are all gonna kill each other. This is my responsibility. I had a little too much to drink. I'm sorry. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked me to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them. Why do you have a shotgun? I just want to talk to them.
But...
Talk about what? I just want to talk to them. Don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you.
Hina.
I just want to talk. Please do not think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Friend. Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You guys fucking beat her to senseless. You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means.
Wait, haven't we seen her handwriting before?
No.
No, we haven't. No, never mind. That was this hero's handwriting we saw.
So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina.
You came. Wait, right here. I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
Yes, that's me. I'm Hina.
I'm so glad I got to meet you.
What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
I want some protein. Could I ask you to?
Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. I'll be right back.
And then when she came back with the protein.
That was the last conversation I had with her. I
went to the chem lab to get the protein she asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf, Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late. Sakura!
Please!
Let me in. Please open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die?
She has weakness just like any other person.
She got cut, she bled, someone hurt her, she felt that weakness. That's normal. And yet...
Why?
You all blamed her.
I tried to protect her.
And suffered for it. And it just added the weight she had to carry.
I didn't even realize it.
Hina.
We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live.
And that's why you tried to lead us astray. Your hero's best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial.
Oh, God. Wow. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. I'm sorry. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey! Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but...
Hey!
Get the fuck out! I'm about to fall asleep over here! I mean, do you really think that you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say?
Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant?
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words...
Well, what I'm trying to say is...
Yes, indeed!
Don't you think the entire Foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What was that?
Of course!
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I read that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Okay. This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room.
Huh?
What? Then... You lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now, well now, well now, well now.
I can't help it if you took my little scribbles at face value. It didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little...
Damn it!
I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything.
Boom, boom.
Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored it in, it still would have been between you guys.
Shing!
So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process, okay? And scene.
What if
cut.
Sakura had something important to say in her suicide note and that's why you took it away?
She did not.
And?
No, she was
Well,
working with him.
Look at it. So then, what did she write in the real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey! Hey!
But, you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
Isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Give me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, jeez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. Ahem. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the Mastermind came to see me.
You see, the Mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it.
Why is every other line
That's how I saw things.
However, this was my greatest weakness, and because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the Mastermind.
And what the Mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the Mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The Mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the Mastermind, and more than anything...
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
That's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or maybe just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do it as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
So Monokuma did interfere with this one, because that would have very clearly given it away. The Mastermind demands that I kill someone.
And remember, Monokuma is reading this himself. So, not only does it give away what happened, she was working with Monokuma. Maybe she figured something out.
I don't think that's the case.
Maybe.
Monokuma still, even though he interrupted this investigation and interfered somewhat, he still technically has not lied to us. And that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much. No normal person could do that.
However...
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Stop.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path that I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I mean, sad that it didn't end up being that way, but oh well.
She tried.
She tried. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else.
Well, this kind of takes away Hina's reason for murder, if it happens. I think there's honestly... I know there's 6 chapters. I think there's honestly only going to be one more murder. And that's going to be the next chapter. Oh boy, we better finish this up. Controller's fucking dead.
No matter what, just survive.
Okay.
But...
This is... I don't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still...
What are you gonna do?
In the end, all her betting was, like, totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. That's why I hit the most. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided.
What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
Eh? First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember we're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together. Friends.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well?
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. Nobody can blame Hina either. Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy
Is you.
is you. Nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go.
How strange.
But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other!
He's absolutely right about that.
Phew!
Ah, lovely Byakuya. You understand, don't you?
This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game. What?
Huh?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hino were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat
There's
myself.
no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement. Is he gonna fucking die? Which is why I will no longer be participating.
Well, if he was only participating because he felt
What?
like he was hidden on life.
Maybe. What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear.
That is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the ones who thinks they can control me. Oh! Wait, does this mean... Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism. Fuck
What's
that
that
word!
word?
Fuck that word!
Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire.
Everyone.
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? It united us all.
How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time.
Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
On truck.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment we've all been waiting for. Punishment time.
What?
But
Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead.
You're not gonna...
But...
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can't sub in whatever old student I want. Oh, no. Oh, fuck! Bear times 1 rule.
Listen up!
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, so it'd be a shame to let it go to waste.
We're
He's
all
gonna
gonna
fucking kill someone for no reason! Oh, what? Special guest? He's just gonna fucking kill
He
a
found the
random...
computer.
Oh no!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's
Oh no!
finished
Oh, no!
He found the computer!
Chihiro, no!
Chihiro, no!
Hi guys, how's it going? Oh no!
Oh no! No!
No!
No!
Evacuate. Excavator destroyer. Oh no! The look of pain!
No!
No!
Can you imagine what our neighbors are thinking right now?
God, no!
No!
Well. And now that's gonna get shot out of a cannon.
Alter ego.
Well? Oh, you suck, man! You turned him into a mangled hunkin' jug! Phew! Well, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for a post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at, and I'm all about that
Didn't
grilled
we
goodness.
left him in the...
We left him in the secret room, yeah. Fried, boiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at.
I mean, he's right, but also... Fuck you.
I realize how dangerous it could be. But still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but still... When I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So, it's okay.
I'm gonna do my best.
If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid.
Alter ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. Anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over.
You're gonna kick the bear.
Kick the fucking bear! How dare you? That was my friend! How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
What? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a volleyball?
Baseball.
That's not even...
Basketball.
What? Shut the hell up! He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend! And you killed him! Is this what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things? Like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find out things all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So you finally noticed him.
Actually...
No. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop. I knew you were using it to analyze data. It didn't fucking matter to me, though. Until... I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start.
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Well,
the data is in the laptop. It was, I guess you can say, call it a gift from me to you.
Yeah.
It's planned.
Phew! Maybe more like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network is just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed.
Yeah, the punishment times made me feel a billion times better.
Very
Experiencing a meaningless death is just so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower.
No, his death
wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the death of each and every one of our friends. Except for Junko, fuck her. They'll all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
You're super mad, like, just unreasonably upset.
Well?
Time to bring things to a close, but before that.
Uh-huh.
I need to read the postscript.
What?
Oh, for the suicide note.
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a little bit left of Sakura's note. Ahem. Narrator voice. Do I have your attention? Okay, here we go.
My dearest friend.
Hello.
Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly.
One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school.
Told you!
What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on in the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing. Which is, the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is...
Yeah! That was a close one. Another word, and we would have been in hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today.
What? You can't just stop the most important bit. Also, did you have too much to drink?
Makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even frickin' know. Huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve.
Fine, but at least Sakura's note.
I can't ever let any of you greaseballs have it.
Huh? Too bad.
Sucks for you, loser.
Hmm?
Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line of the note.
And let me just say this to the mastermind. Fuck you. I'm not gonna lay down and die. See, that's totally what I did. I will fight you, you bastard. No matter what. And that's seriously it.
Hmm?
Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh?
You won't lay down and die,
Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well?
Alright, I'm out of here.
So how could she continue to fight him?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school act of yours.
So we're all on the same side for once.
Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard.
Think long when you're hard.
Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school. Mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You...
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who?
What?
Hey.
Answer me, what did you do to my body? Mastermind did something to our bodies. And that's gonna be the greatest twist of all. What are they saying the Mastermind did? What did the Mastermind do to us?
We're all gonna have to interrogate Kyoko.
I mean, Did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? Not this game. We try to leave the school. Sensor goes off. The bomb explodes. I mean, actually, that seems like it could be a possibility. I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff. It's not totally unheard of.
But wouldn't you notice an incision or some sort of painful spot?
Probably. I feel just awful thinking about it. Can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Or maybe they put a tracker in you?
I don't know.
Yo!
So the class trial is over and Monoko is gone.
But...
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up? Yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But... still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. Girl? The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. But you did. Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up, Babaka. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan on to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then... I'll try.
Oh, what the fuck is that face?
Huh? That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
No, no, no! I cannot be accept for the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master!
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Hey, yeah, after all, I'm the one that's trying to go after Hina. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him? It's because you're easy.
What did you say?
Sorry.
Sleazeball.
Sleazeball? That's right, I called you a sleazeball, because you are, sleazeball.
I see.
Apparently, you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm? No wonder you don't have any friends. Other than the...
No, 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 no!
Murder.
Stop fighting with Master! You're making me jealous! I want the abuse give and take. Me!
I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. I feel like... Okay, I still feel like Byakuya or Hina is gonna be involved in the next murder somehow. I don't know.
Or Kyoko.
And we return to the world of Hope's Peak Academy.
Because this probably will be the last one. It'll probably be Kyoko, because if we lose Kyoko, we lose everything.
Yeah, maybe. Time kept marching on.
I think after this one, I'm...
No, I'm getting to a save point and then I'm stopping. Because the controller's dead. It's been off for like the last 10 minutes.
Bing bong.
Go the fuck to sleep!
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited.
And also,
Okay,
I guess
then.
we can finish
Sweet
Hina's
dreams, everyone.
storyline because
Good
she's still
night.
alive.
Sleep tight. Don't let the bed
Well-
bugs bite.
I don't know what free time next chapter is going to hold because we might just fucking do Kyoko. I was going to say we can do Hero now, but why? I can't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. Oh no, we're playing fucking Pokemon Mystery Dungeon now.
Wah! Wake up!
Huh? Voice dragged me from deep slumber into hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. Who broke into my room this time? How the fuck?
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Ooh,
Wait, what?
That did not sound like his voice actor. In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing in my room? Ooh.
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up.
How the hell did you get in?
Oh, I see. Wait, but my door! Oh yeah, I broke that. It was. Oh, of course. Yeah, how the fuck is Makoto not dead at this point?
Hey.
Always, and you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised.
Because he's his special power.
What?
He's normal.
He is
Correct.
the lucky.
He's the ultimate lucky student.
Ultimate lucky student. 3 a.m. Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? Alright.
And we will find out next time.
Unfortunately, yeah, because it's still chapter 4, but I wanted to get through chapter 4, but the controller's dead, so just gonna have to. What is this technically called? Chapter 4, Trial Verdict. Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, sadly. Whoa. Oh, that's right. We got the. I was gonna say, where'd all those coins come from, but then I remembered it's a trial. Yeah, next time. We'll probably do it tomorrow. Oh,
Yeah.
but you work tomorrow, don't you?
It could be tomorrow night. And I don't work the weekend.
I'll be playing Resident Evil tomorrow, though.
Tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night, yeah. Depends on when it gets here, because it's getting shipped.
Well, I mean, I get home
Oh,
at
fuck,
like
you have the... Give me the mail key. That's mine. Give me the mail key so I don't... It's gonna arrive, and it's gonna be locked in the cabinet, and be like,
So
fuck.
I get home and I'm
Yeah.
like, nope, we gotta play
Gotta
this
play
game.
Danganronpa, and I'll be like, no! I
You
do.
should probably turn off that mic.
Probably should turn off the stream and come take it from you. Have a good night, everybody.